Hey everyone, and welcome back to Live for Wonders. Today I want to talk about something that I experienced when I was back in Italy for a couple of weeks last month, no, actually 2 months ago. And I want to actually explain some certain things that I think can be useful for you, but also give me a moment of, let's say, back in the past, and gives me a lot of reasons why I moved in here, and now I'm living my life abroad and I'm living something different for my life. So again, welcome back, and let's start with the episode. Well, here we go. And yes, I've been 2 weeks in Italy. I've learned a couple of things. First of all, the first is that I'm a different person. I'm a different person because when I was going back in Italy, generally speaking, I tried to, be in contact with all my friends, be in contact with all the people that I always valued very much, and that is great. The problem was that I tried to fit too many people, even in the same day, just because I wanted to see them again. Now, it's okay from a side doing that because I've been away for 2 years almost from Italy, so were so many people that I haven't seen for ages, and I was really looking forward to share moments with them. At the same time, I realized that you really don't spend very much time with them, so you don't share very much, and the quality of the time that you spend with them is really reduced. So that was a lesson that I learned, but probably is stupid for you, but that made a kind of step over, and I realized that nowadays we are all living always with a schedule, always with time for. We don't let things be anymore. We don't let time be anymore. And this is the same reason why I gave up my job that I was working in 1 year ago, sorry. And then I started to do things that I'm really good at, and doing things that I really love. That was the reason, but still there was a part of me that actually told me, you know what, you can still make it, you can still meet all these people in a very short amount of time and enjoy the time with them. And that was absolutely untrue. That was absolutely stupid, because it can't be. It can be. And it's a lesson that I learned not only for when I go back to visit my family and my friends, but also for myself, for everyday life. I try to push myself to do so many things during the day, and I'm asking myself, why should I do that? All the decisions that I made in my life, they were for my well-being, for being myself, for being a happy person, for not having responsibility of other people, because I don't like the idea to be dependent and to have people depending from me. It's not the kind of life I want. But at the same time, I like to help people. So that made me aware of the fact that I have to manage my time in a different way, in a way that never been probably managed before from people that I've met around. Maybe, of course, in the world there will be someone like me, or even more skilled and more advanced in terms of, discovery life. But what I learned for myself is that I need to be the person out of the box. I need to build my own box, because the more I was trying to fit myself in other boxes that society prepared for you, and the less I could fit. Not only because I made my own pathway and my own choices in my life, but also because I really loved the way that I had in my mind to live life that is much more simple, is much more less attached to something that is self-made from the society. Of course, I use the same tool that society use, but the problem is there that how do you use the technology, the things you know, the things you learned, how do you use them? Because they are tools. And if you don't use them for the well-being of yourself and the others, then what's the point of letting you know so many things? Why doing that? So learning to manage my time better is something that I always worked on, but definitely, finally, I would say, came out one of the major problems that I tried to avoid in all this time, and still is inside me, because it takes time to get rid of, and it can pop out in any moment and in any occasions. And I learned that from this experience. The second thing that I've learned is the quality of the relations. The more I talk with my friends, the more I realize who is really close to me, who is really someone that is reasoning, I don't know if it's the right word, but is, let's say, is connecting better with my way of life, is connecting better with my kind of style, and it's incredible how much can influence your life, your mind, those kind of relations, because the more you try to perfect, the more you try to live a better life, the more you want to have better friends, and the better will get your life, and the better will get your life, the better you will live, even in very tough moments, because the last month for me was very tough. But if I was 2 years ago, probably I was in burnout already. And now I learned, thanks to all the studies that I've done, all the things that I've learned in the last years, I can tell you that things changed. And for real is incredible. And I can evaluate more people for what they are. And an exercise I'm doing is to making the people relevant, or better, making people, relevant to what I am, to my kind of life, and see if they fit. And also, all the fear that I have of people that maybe is important or is in charge, well, that fear is disappearing. Even if I had the Pope in front of me, I wouldn't have any problem, the Pope, the Queen, whoever. I wouldn't have, I would have the respect of talking with a human being, of course, but not that kind of feeling of, having someone important in front of me, because we are human beings and our service in this world is just defined from people, not from really other things. And I can't stand, I can't stand in front of people that are made famous from others just because they treat like divinity, or they've been treated like, I don't know, other things. Again, it's not a question of respect, because of course there is respect. It's a question of importance. I don't think that people, even the most powerful person in the world, is so important. It's just relative to the moment that we are living and to the world. And giving too much power to these people is always a bad idea. Bad. You can see what happens in Europe in this moment, right? So it's always best to think with your own head and remember that you are living this world because you are the one that is important. You are the one that really value something in this particular world. And there's no religion, no politics, nothing that can tell you the opposite, even though subliminally they try to instill in you this kind of fear. But don't be ashamed of another person that can die like you, that can eat like you, that can make mistakes like you, because it's just another person, and that's it. And this is the second thing that actually I thought about, because when I was in Italy I was thinking, you know, all these people that are always how can I say, considered like the best of the place you live or the city or whatsoever, they are really relative. I mean, they are not relevant to your life for real. They can impact your life because they can create laws or things like that, but in reality, if you change place, there will be someone else that do different rules, and that's it. And that is a passage to what it comes next in my head. That is why I moved in here, because I feel more appreciated for what I am, because in the place that I was living in, where I was born and bred, I could see that was nothing for me. I always thought that one day I would go back to where I was living. I'm not sure anymore. I'm thinking that probably I will travel more when will be the moment. I probably will do more experience. Even as a photographer, I want to make my own projects. You know, I want to give a go on that side of myself, and exclusively in this specific moment, I want to share my message and my experience on YouTube, because I think it's a good way for me to have a diary of my pathway, the progress that I'm making. At the same time, can help you as well. And with all the knowledge that I have, I can help other people as well. So that is a powerful thing, and that is something that I think need to be in some ways shared, okay? And that's it basically. So I really hope that this can be useful for someone out there and can be used for the best. I will come back anyway next week with new videos. So I thank you very much for following me, and I thank you very much if you will appreciate so much this video to leave a comment to let me know where you're standing in this moment in your life, and if there is something that actually can help you, and if you have any question for me, if you are living similar things in your life, leave a comment down below and I will be more than happy to reply to your comment. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, to subscribe and to activate the bell so you will receive notifications. And for now is everything. I wish you all the best for this weekend, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to live for wonders, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.